It's another morning here on Planet Doug. It's a Sunday morning, and as has often happened lately, I'm heading out for a brunch. I seem to have developed a tradition of a Sunday morning brunch. Heading out to meet up with Daryl from the WanderEats YouTube channel and Jamie, my friend from the US. I've been spending a lot of time over the last few days with another YouTuber here, the American Hobo. He's staying at the same hotel as I am. He's been cycling around Malaysia, and I've been in touch with him online quite a bit on his channel and on his Telegram group, sending messages back and forth. And then now that the American Hobo is here in KL, got to hang out quite a bit with him. And but today I'm heading off to meet up with Daryl and Jamie. The American Hobo, he went off for Kuala Lumpur's car-free morning. At least I think he went to KL's car-free morning. There was a chance he might have gone to Putrajaya for a bike ride with a friend of his that he met through his YouTube channel. I'm not sure. But anyway, he's off riding his bike somewhere. And I was warned by Daryl to come with an appetite. He has an idea of where we're gonna go for brunch. And when he says, bring your appetite, you better listen to him. And I've learned from mistakes in the past. I met up with Daryl for lunch the other day at an Indonesian restaurant here. And then Daryl was already there at a table when I showed up. And I sat down and I got the menu. And I ordered this, and then I ordered another, like a snack, and I ordered a drink. And what I didn't realize, of course, was that in his way, Daryl had already ordered like 5 things. So we ended up, well, we ate it all. That was no problem. But my point is, Daryl does like to go over the menu and order a selection. So when you show up, yeah, a lot of food is going to end up on the table. Yeah, I have no idea where we're going. I have to meet him at an MRT station. So I'm on my way to the Monorail, head up to Titiwangsa as always. Yeah, just walking around in this neighborhood, you feel a little bit at risk with all the cars and the motorcycles. I don't know what the heck's going on. Chow Kit should be quieter than this morning. I don't know why there's so much traffic. Though I heard rumors about a whole bunch of road closures in KL. Maybe all these people are following a shortcut because other roads are closed or something. I don't know. There's the Chow Kit monorail station all up above me. But for me to get in, I've got to get across these roads. They're pretty good though. A lot of KL intersections have super long traffic lights. If you get stuck behind a red light or something, you can wait like 3 minutes, which feels like an eternity. But these ones here, this pedestrian crossing, the lights change like every minute maybe, which is kind of cool. So I like that. As always, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a technical camera audio experiment. Those never end. Perhaps this is only for me, but up until this point, I've been recording with a Rode microphone here underneath my shirt. That's what I normally do. I have the Rode there. And yeah, so this is the audio quality that you get from that Rode Wireless Go 2. And oh, I better get going. As always, I was going to say, as always, I have the, oh, so just in terms of ambient sound, MRT, monorail announcements, the sound of traffic around me, sirens, everything like that, the roar of the monorail wheels. This is what the Rode Wireless Go picks up. And now I'm going to switch to a Rode plus a Rode Lavalier Go microphone. So it's a lavalier mic. And I think it cuts out a lot of the ambient noise and isolates your voice more. And I do like audio that includes a lot of ambient sound. it really gives the context of where you are. But the road, I find when you're in a busy market or something, it actually pulls in a lot of noise, maybe too much. So I'm thinking of making a switch and using a lavalier mic all the time. Anyway, here comes my monorail. We can hear what this sounds like as it approaches using the road, though this isn't going to be very loud. The monorail doesn't make a lot of noise, and we're outside, so the sound isn't bouncing off the walls or anything. I love the monorail. It just gets the job done. It doesn't make a big fuss about it. It just moves people at a stately pace. Look at that stately pace. Doesn't get excited. Doesn't have to go at warp speed. It just goes about its day. Not flashy, not fast, but it gets you where you need to go. Oh, look, this is new. A priority zone. So I guess it'd be better not to go in through those doors. Ah, that's a new thing. I've never seen a sign like that before. Oh, there we go. And as always, we're not going very far. Chow Kit to Titiwangsa. Ooh, we got an echo today. And then I believe I'm transferring to the... I get confused between the new ones, whether I'm transferring to the Kajang line or... I think I'm transferring to the Putrajaya line, I think. I made the switch, so now you're hearing audio. It's also from the Rode Wireless Go microphone, by the way. So it's the same microphone and the same transmitter. So it's basically the same microphone, but I have the Rode lavalier mic plugged into it. So now you're hearing my voice. It's pretty loud here. That's why I'm speaking a lot louder all of a sudden. Just the sound of the monorail. It's a bit of a roar, a bit of the roar of the traffic. But I think it isolates my voice quite a bit more. Yeah, I was right. I knew it in the back of my mind, but I'm not really awake yet. I was up really late last night, and I woke up early this morning, so I haven't slept a whole lot. But here, yeah, the Titiwangsa station has the Putrajaya line, PY, and the color is yellow, so that's what you get here for a transfer. And other than audio testing in the world of Planet Doug, which never ends, I'm also going to be encountering my arch nemesis, the CoffeeBot machine. If I see one when I get to my final destination station, I'm going to get there a few minutes early. And once again, I'm going to try to get a coffee out of a CoffeeBot machine and see if it works this time. It's been a bit of a struggle lately. Either the machine is just not working, malfunctioning, or I can't figure out how to do it. So like I'm talking about these automated machines like that one over there. That's not a coffee one though, those are just snacks. There is one here up ahead, but these ones, they confuse me to a certain extent because you're not allowed to drink or eat in the MRT system. So a machine like this, so here's a CoffeeBot machine, I can't get a coffee here. Even though it's inside the MRT station, I can't get a coffee because I would end up bringing it down onto the platform and onto the train, and you're not allowed to do that. But I guess it's there only for people leaving the station. They can grab a coffee on their way out, and then I guess it's okay. You grab a coffee and then you head straight for the exit, and then they allow you to do it. So other than audio testing, other than an upcoming battle with a CoffeeBot machine and brunch with Daryl, I guess I have a story I can tell. I was invited out, not invited out, which was the interesting thing about this story. I was invited in for dinner. A Planet Doug subscriber, or maybe not even a subscriber, I'm not sure if he's subscribed to my channel or not, but a man here in Kuala Lumpur, a German man, an expat who's lived in Malaysia for a very long time, calls it, this is his home now, and he lives and works here. He saw one of my videos on YouTube, and he thought it was interesting enough that he reached out, contacted me, and invited me to his home to have dinner. And at this point, I'm not going to say his name or give any personal details about him, even though he is quite a public figure. I think he's very fine being in the public eye, but of course the dinner at his place was a private affair between me and his friends and people that he knows. He gathered kind of a group of people together to have dinner at his condominium. Anyway, I gotta hop into my MRT car, and today I'm going somewhere completely new. So here we are at Titiwangsa, where all the different lines, it's like a hub. So instead, I normally go to Jalan Ipoh to meet up with Daryl, but today, because of road closures, going all the way to here, Metro Prima. So now we have pretty loud audio in here, background noise, loud announcements, very loud train. And how does my voice sound now? But anyway, how many stops? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stops to get there. Beautiful day, by the way. There's been some incredible weather lately. Nothing but blue skies. And that announcement, by the way, and the train itself is extremely loud in person. I can't even hear my own voice right now, so it'll be interesting to hear what the lavalier mic does. I like to use the WhatsApp location sharing all the time now, and it's kind of funny. You can see I'm meeting Daryl, but he's on the same MRT line, except he's in a car behind me. There's Daryl, there's me, and it's like we're in a race to get there. And there's no way he can catch up, of course, because the trains are on a fixed track, but there's Daryl trying to catch up with me. And then I have Jamie as well, and there's Jamie, and he's behind both of us, so he's currently in last place. But of course I'm early. We're meeting at 10:30, and I'm going to be there like 20 minutes early because I wanted to get a cup of coffee from the CoffeeBot machine.
Anda berada di Kepong Baru. Sila beri tempat duduk anda kepada wanita mengandung, warga emas, dan orang kurang upaya.
So next stop is mine, Metro Prima. Never been here before. I don't know this neighborhood at all. It's nice to be above ground and look around as we go.
Exit to the right door.
Metro Prima, right there. Now we have to see, is there a CoffeeBot machine? And which company is it from? Or maybe they're all the same. I'm not really sure. Here's the full-scale map, by the way, if that helps you get oriented. I started off here at Chow Kit. That's the Monorail, the green line. And I went to Titiwangsa, changed to the yellow, the Putrajaya line. And then I traveled up here, and then here to Metro Prima, or way up there. The story I started to tell about being invited out for dinner, as I said, I won't go into like details, but the man who contacted me was from Germany, lives and works in Malaysia, and he invited me to his home for dinner. So he lives in a condominium, like one of the big towers, and he had a condo on the very top floor. So that was really interesting for me, just to go to someone's home to have a meal. As I said to him when I showed up, talking to my host, like, it was such a pleasure for me because I don't think I'd had a dinner like that in somebody's home in years. I mean, it could be a decade or decades. Right now I can't think of the last time that I had that kind of experience. And ooh, anything? I'm looking for, it says CoffeeBot Cafe is now open, maybe up ahead, so we may get to try one out. But it was myself and my host, and well, two hosts actually, and then a man from Kenya was there who's in Kuala Lumpur as an intern, working here as an intern. So we had a nice mix of people, great conversation, amazing food, cold beer before dinner. It was just an absolutely wonderful time. Felt very, very civilized for me to do something like that, to go to someone's home, sit down in the living room for a drink, then dinner is served and we all get up and move into the dining room and sit down. The meal had been prepared by a professional chef, so the meal itself was just exceptional, really, really good food. Courses, like a kind of a soup course, and then a main course and a salad, a fruit plate for dessert, absolutely amazing. And then when I left, they gave me a doggy bag to take with me. So that's one of the experiences I've had recently. Again, it was kind of thanks to my YouTube channel. I get to meet a lot of interesting people through my YouTube channel, and this was another person that I got to meet. So yeah, it's a great evening. Look at this. CoffeeBot Cafe. This is amazing. It's all based on the machines, but they even have a seating on the inside. So let's see. There's my nemesis. Yeah, this is the same style as the one that I struggled with before. And it's busy cleaning. The milk circuit is self-cleansing. And when I tried to use one of these machines last time, the payment system failed. I touched the button for the e-wallet and I just went into a loop, like loading the operating system, and it never stopped loading, so I wasn't able to complete the order. So we've got touch the screen, go through the menu, pay, wait, pick up. And I'm going to use e-wallet, so I guess either they scan my QR code or I scan their code. It's never that clear, right? It says flash QR code here. So, but I guess that means I show them my code, but the language is never completely clear. But anyway, let's give this a try. All right. So let's see how this goes this time. CoffeeBot experiment. Touch the screen for coffee. I think I'm going to get a cold one this time. Iced latte, cold. All right. Create. I'm just going to take whatever's the normal coffee. Well, maybe yeah, it's fine, whatever medium is. Now you pay. Please proceed payment on terminal. So I assume I touch the screen to trigger the e-wallet, and then I have to scan my QR code. Oh. Ah. And it worked. Well, a CoffeeBot Cafe triumph. Here, ice going in. We're preparing your beverage now. Iced latte. Oop. Looks like Daryl has just arrived. So Daryl is up on the tracks right now. Whoa. Your drink is ready. There it is. Stir stick. Looks pretty nice, actually. Oh, okay. So look at that. Very, 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 very milky. Ah, and there they are. There's the boys. I thought Jamie was far. I thought he was far away. But yeah, he caught up with Daryl. I got my success. I finally got it to work. But I went for an iced coffee this time. Yeah.
What did you say?
Iced latte. I've just been struggling with these machines. They, I've struggled. And this time it was successful.
But this is a very different one though.
It is, yeah. But the payment terminal is the same.
I see.
And it was on the other machine, that's what would break. It was always the payment terminal.
Gotcha.
It just went into like a loop. For my video, I'm just going to sample my coffee and then I'm all yours.
Oh, yeah, very early, so don't worry.
So there's my iced latte. See if it changes color when I stir it. Does the coffee get mixed in? Yeah, getting a little bit browner. A lot of ice, which I really like, and it's really big volume. 8.5 ringgit for this. But again, some of the machines, as I said, you have to scan their QR code. On this one, they scan your QR code. So it doesn't have a strong coffee flavor. I mean, you have to take that into account. You're getting coffee from a vending machine. You're not going to get that instant coffee aroma that you're going to get at a nice cafe where you're spending twice as much for your coffee. So, but it's good. Feels more milky than coffee, but then maybe if you want a more of a coffee flavor, pick something other than latte, because latte is, you know, supposed to be mainly milk. So they gave a lot of, maybe the cappuccino would have less milk and more of a coffee flavor. Try that next time. I'm doing a public audio test, so I'm talking about it. So now I have the lavalier that I'm using. I mentioned it isolates my voice. I put a lavalier mic on Daryl, but this one produces a lot more background noise, I think. So you hear kind of a roar of the traffic, I think. But anyway, we'll see how that goes.
Yep. So testing 1, 2, 3.
So what I think what I need to do is buy another lavalier mic, so I have 2 of them.
Yeah, same brand.
But yeah, it should be from the same brand.
Yeah.
So that the audio signal matches. And I'm trying to decide this type that absorbs a lot of ambient sound or more of a noise canceling model. Though, yeah, we'll see. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. A similar place I took you to in Sunway Velocity, but this is a chain, a bigger one. If you remember, just below my office, we ordered the small bowls.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
similar, but this is the bigger one. So, and that one is already closed down. So.
And what kind of restaurant
Chinese
is it? Like
cuisine.
It's
Chinese.
Chinese.
Yes. So you just take the little bowls and then you share among yourself, or you can eat it all by yourself. Up to you.
I see.
Yeah, I'll bring you through the line, and then you all can have a look.
I can
Because
see
there
from
should
the
not be
sign there. It says Bai Wei.
Bai Wei is the name of the restaurant.
And then it says Mini-Bowl.
Yes,
Bai
Mangkok
Wei
Kecil,
Mini.
yeah,
Oh,
Mini-Bowl.
okay.
Yeah. Very good, Doc. Wow, damn.
What? Did I know how to say Mini-Bowl? It says it in English.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Mangkok Kecil is Mini-Bowl.
Oh, you thought I was reading the
Yeah,
Chinese?
I was like, damn.
No.
Shit.
I'm a YouTuber, man. I don't have time to study languages. All I do is test microphones. That's all I have time for. But yeah, so here's the place. Bai Wei Mini-Bowl.
Oh, shucks, it's not open yet. It's 11. Yeah, we are early. Nama, we can go to the side first.
The Mini-Bowl has no bowls yet. They're not quite open. I think they open at 11. So we're just walking around. And I noticed Kang Nam Hai right here. There's actually an old sign. I love that old sign right there. It looks so vintage right here, the red one with the white lettering. Because one of my favorite places to go with Daryl is like a food court with the same name, Kang Nam Hai. And I guess these ones are related. But you can see that's the more modern coloring over there, the green. But all these food stalls right here. Wow, it's an amazing place to eat too. So, oh.
We are going to the apartment.
Okay, these guys are trying to get away from me.
As fast as possible.
Yeah. Daryl was just telling us a bit about this area. It is called Kepong, K-E-P-O-N-G. On the MRT, it sounded like they were saying Kampong to me, but it's slightly different. Kepong, quite a long, stretched out, like a very big area, Daryl says. And
Actually, you can see until the end, there's still row of shop houses going down. So earlier I was saying that side, a lot of things to see. This side is another behemoth. So yeah, you can stay here for quite some time.
and right from almost from the MRT station, and when we were near the restaurant, we spotted this building here, the older apartment building. So we thought we'd come down and take a look at them. Can't see the name on the building there yet. It's covered by the tree. Yeah, Daryl says this area can get really busy. A lot of traffic. So that's why I'm nearly getting hit by cars now. I'm walking in the middle of the road here with my camera. Yeah, check out that building. This whole complex. And I think we're going to try to cross the road and get a closer look at these buildings. If we can ever get across the road. Like, my gosh. Right. Yeah, you weren't kidding about how busy you can get here.
Yeah, it is very, very.
Do
you like this telephone?
Yeah, these are classic.
Yeah.
Somebody could put together pictures of those and make a coffee table book. Old phone booths from around the world that are still there. Suria Magna A. This is so cool. I wonder if these buildings have a working elevator. To pop inside one of them to find out. Or if we have time before brunch. If not, I can come back after brunch. See if we can get up to the roof. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. About 15 is very similar to the building in Chow Kit that I was so fascinated by. And in that building, the one in Chow Kit, the elevator didn't work. But it was the same height, basically, 15 floors. Also open, no, they didn't have open balconies on the outside like this one. And there's a tower here, that's a stairwell tower. I just checked with the boys whether I have time to go into this building or not. We still have time before brunch. So I'm going to see if I can find a working elevator and go up to the top. Oh, this is a great little shop right here. That is so cool. That's what 7-Elevens used to be. And then all these toys for kids and newspapers. The men that live here can get the morning paper, grab a cup of tea, sit outside in the with their friends. So this would be the stairwell going up. And again, very similar with the mailboxes here. Awesome elevator. Still running, which is cool. Old school, like the fluorescent tubes and this wire grating. I rode it all the way up to the 14th floor. And apparently that's as high as it can go. 14th floor. And then this would be the stairway to the roof, I guess. Amazing. That is so cool. There was a man in the elevator with me. He clearly lived in the building. He went up to the 13th floor. And I just asked him how long he'd been in the building, and he said for 25 years he's lived here. He moved into the building when he was 15 years old, and he's 40 now, so he lived here for 25 years. That is so nice for everyone living here to have these balconies, though. I assume it's nice to be able to go outside and you have views around the city. Look at that. Kepong all around us there. What a history these buildings would have. There's so many of them, right? Clearly they were all built at the same time, built from the same architectural plans, basically. They just made many, many copies of the same building. Hello, how are you? And yeah, look at that. Every floor has a balcony where they can go outside, check out the world. That is so cool. And Jamie and Daryl, I guess they're down there in that walkway under the shade. It's down here at the end. Oh, stairway. Maybe we can go up to the top. So look around the corner. Wow. That is so cool. I just noticed the water tower over there. Tall white column there. Yeah, it's got to be a water tower. And we just want to see whether we can get to the roof up these stairs or not. See if it's open. I'm guessing not, but at least we do get a view in this direction. Very near those hills circling the KL area. And no. So up here, this is the roof, obviously, but they put a padlock on it. Dead pigeon got in there and I guess couldn't get out. Oh, I guess it could get out. It could fit through these holes. So I guess the apartments and the balconies are all just on one side of the building. Like they're all facing inward towards this, this sort of inner courtyard. Because I was wondering, I can see the balconies here and the front doors to every apartment, but what's on the other side of the building? I think it's just a blank wall with windows on the other side. All the balconies are on this side facing inward. It's kind of an interesting choice when you think about it. I like that. It creates a sense of community when you think about it. Because they could have built it the other way, that on the inside was only windows, and then on the outside would be the balconies, like facing out towards the city rather than inward. But then you would lose the sense of this courtyard belonging to everybody that lives in these buildings. Yeah, just having access to the outside world makes such a huge difference to your lifestyle. You've got everybody obviously hanging out your clothes to dry, checking the weather, and here someone set up a barbecue. I imagine strict building codes would say, don't have fires, like open flames in the building, but you can probably get away with a little barbecue from time to time. But just to be able to go outside, leave your shoes outside, out of the rain, hang up your clothes to dry. Yeah, great way to live. I love this building. So I want to go down the stairs. Which stairs? I can go down the central, there's central stairs there, and then there are stairs on each end. I'm at one end. Since I'm already at this end, I think I'm going to go around and go down to that stairwell, and I can go down those corner stairs over there. Yeah, let's do that. And as I walk along here talking, I'll bet some people in the apartments can hear my voice, and they'll instantly recognize that, who's that? Hey, whoever belongs to that voice doesn't live in this building, they're probably thinking. I hear an Englishman, an English voice. What a place. Yeah, so I'm seeing it in the daytime. It would be interesting to come back, see it at nighttime. Does the character, does the tone change? How does it feel to be here in the dark? Yeah, it changes everything too when you have a working elevator. People can live on the 14th floor and they can still get up and down using these elevators. Though I don't know if they both work. Oh yeah, look at that, they're both working. This one on the right, I just noticed that the sign is shattered, so I thought maybe this one was not functioning, but yeah, according to that, they're both working. Haven't seen any cats yet. I was wondering whether a colony of cats would roam from floor to floor. Yeah, see these people over here just hanging out outside, looking at the world, got all their laundry out. Okay, so here's the view on the other side. So this would be the side of the building with all the windows, and then that would be their view from the other side of the apartment. Nice. So they're clearly like this is low budget accommodation, right? This isn't expensive housing. And yet at the same time, it's such an amazing place to live. They get views like that from up here, and then views, like I said, into this interior courtyard, an outdoor balcony. These are all the sorts of things you normally only get in a very expensive apartment or condominium, right? So this is the far corner of the building. Oh, nice that somebody planted all these trees here, made a little garden for themselves outside their apartment. It's very nice. I do wonder if there's a certain culture living here. The man in the elevator, he was like Indian background. Then the family I just saw down there on that balcony below me, they're Indian family as well. But it's probably a mix of Indian and Chinese, and Malay, I'm sure, as well. So, but I'm wondering whether one group predominates, whether it's known as a place for Indian families, or Indian and Chinese, or all three. Let's just see see if there's access to the roof here. No, that one's locked as well, which makes sense. They don't need people up there. And here's the view from the backside of this building. Heading down the stairs. I would have expected to see more pigeons, actually. I've only seen a few. People claiming their territory. The chairs and a couple of folding bikes, or at least not folding bikes. Well, one of them's a folding bike. But yeah, they can go, oh, that's electric. Yeah, it's an electric beast. But they can take those up and down in the elevator, I guess. It's down on the next floor. Yeah, I wonder if the people that live here, do they have a sense of community? Like, say, if you were a community builder, there are people like that in the world. I think I would be one. What I mean is, if I lived in this complex, I had a home here, this is where I was living, I'd kind of want to bring people together. And like, since I'm into YouTube and shooting video, I'd form a video club or a YouTube club, and we'd have like weekly meetings in one of these apartments, and anybody from any building can come over and join the club, or you could gather together, people put together a theater group, you could put on plays in the courtyard, put together sporting events for the kids to compete on the weekends, like little games they could play. Like, yeah, I mean, you could like do dozens of things to build a sense of community here. And I know there are people in the world who'd love to do that sort of thing. And yeah, I wonder if that goes on, or do all the people just live here and they don't know who their neighbors are, and there's no sense of identity, like people live in this building, but it isn't distinct from the other buildings? Or does someone live in that building and they take pride in that building? Like, we're in the good building and they're better than the people in this building? Or like, is there a healthy, fun competition between the different buildings? All that stuff is kind of fun to think about. And I wonder about all the things that happen when you get this many people living together. Like, what is the security situation? How do they control access to the buildings? Is there a sense of, do people feel secure living here, or do they feel exposed? And I haven't seen any paid security, like security men in uniforms with guns and radios, anything like that. Like, I haven't seen any security anywhere. So I wonder if that's an issue with these buildings or not. Parking, how is the parking? You got to wonder about that. Is there just lots of free parking available to all the tenants? That would be nice, because parking would be a huge issue in any big city in the world, right? Very cool. I love to go down and you can see all the things that people leave out, little hints of their lives, who they are. Garbage collection as well. I mean, that would be a huge issue. How many people live in each of these buildings? How many buildings are here in total? They would be producing a large amount of all kinds of garbage, wet garbage, dry garbage, recycling. How is all of that handled in a place like this? I really don't know. I don't see a big garbage problem, which is nice. Like, you don't see mounds of garbage anywhere, even on every balcony. They're all nicely, they're clean. This one's quite nice. You see all the neighbors here all joined together to put out plants. And you get some debris like this stuff. Stuff is going to collect. A bicycle that probably hasn't been ridden in 10 years. But here in the stairwell, there aren't piles of garbage. There isn't graffiti covering everything. So it's nice to see. Again, this is all nicely clean. Whoa, there's a big dog. Talking about security. I hope his rope doesn't break. Hey, it's okay, puppy. Speaking of security, he definitely knew I was an outsider. That's the biggest dog I've seen in Malaysia in my lifetime, I think. But yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of a garbage pile, but it's all been pushed into the corner. Someone was intending to deal with it eventually. All right, almost at the bottom. That dog was quite a surprise. Like I said, the first thing you think about is how strong is that rope? That's a pretty powerful dog. He could easily probably break that rope if he wanted to. If he got a good grip with his feet and could pull against it, he could snap it. Luckily, he was on slippery cement. Now I'm sort of peeking my head around the corner first, just to make sure Cujo isn't waiting for me. So now you're getting lower and lower. Different feeling down here, because now you're starting to look up, which is interesting. And I wonder what the rent difference is. Is it cheaper to live below? Is that more convenient? Or does it balance out? If you're at the bottom, it's more convenient, but you're at the top, it's more open. So maybe the rent just ends up being the same. Yeah, there's a little bit of a garbage pile and a big fire hazard, and rats and mice could live in there. So you definitely want to get rid of that if you can. But like I said, it doesn't seem to be a huge problem here. Could be a lot worse. But it makes me wonder how they do handle garbage disposal. Do they have garbage chutes? Everybody throws their garbage down a chute? I don't know. So, almost down at the ground floor. So Jamie and Daryl have been waiting patiently for me. And then it's time for brunch. Almost at ground level. One more flight of stairs. Yeah, there they are over there. So yeah, here we are down at the bottom again. So I went up the elevator in the central column, and I went out to that corner on the top floor, and then I walked around to this corner right here, and then I came down these stairs. Came out over here. I love that it has 3 different stairwells. One there. Oh, nice barber shop over there. I think it's a barber shop. stairwell here in the middle and another one on that side. Just the more access points to a building, the better it feels. There's building B perhaps. And building A over there. So that's A, B. So they each have an identifier. And on the outside of one of the buildings, I saw the name, right? Suria, I think it said Suria, the name of this complex. Amazing, what a place. Love it. While they're waiting for me, Daryl and Jamie popped into this little corner restaurant. One of my favorite places because they've got the whole display over here, all of the buffet. And so they grabbed a coffee while they're waiting for me. And since I joined them, I thought I'd get an iced coffee. I thought I'd take a little bit of video of it because I love how it comes in a bucket. You get the bag because the bag is, I guess, more convenient than a cup. But then they end up putting the bag inside a bucket. It's a very unique presentation style. I love that. I love to get my coffee in a bucket. This is an iced milk coffee. But that's a lot. That is a lot of liquid in there. Yeah, that's classic Kepong style. Is it jam or coffee?
Coffee.
It's just coffee.
Yeah, just coffee.
Because yeah, it's got a Kepong coffee, a little bit of a bite to it, bitterness. Ah, there we go. Oh no, there is a lot of ice in there. I just didn't reach it yet. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
To Bai Wei Mini-Bowl.
Bai Wei Mini-Bowl. Okay, there are the hours. So 11 till 2.
2 a.m.
And oh, nicely air conditioned. Oh, and Daryl did mention they usually have music playing, but we'll see how that interferes. Yeah, there's the music, right? Ah, pre-made bowls. Then you just collect a bunch of bowls. Very cool. The music stopped just for a minute so I can show you some of the bowls, like twice cooked pork, stir-fried pork with chili peppers, braised pork, ginger onion chicken, stewed chicken with potatoes, and then there's all kinds of, eggplant, stir-fried broccoli, shredded potato. So this is, they've already collected quite a set. So those are 3 rice and some meat there.
You want an egg or?
And very casual sort of seating arrangement, which I like. Yeah, they have indoor bathrooms, which is nice to see. You don't have to go walking 3 blocks down the street into a back alley to find a bathroom. It's a nice presentation with the food, like all the individual bowls. It just looks so cool when you lay them out on a table like that. And each one has like a saran wrap over the top to keep it nicely covered up. And the rice comes in bowls like that. Looks very cool. And this whole display came to 60 ringgit with the water. So it's 60 ringgit like that for 3 of us total. And then Daryl pointed out that they have a self-serve soup, like a soup broth over here as well. And there's the soup. So is there a certain type of cuisine here? Like
It's Chinese Sichuan, usually.
Sichuan.
Yeah, Sichuan.
Sichuan.
Yeah, that's why you can see this, even this.
Okay.
And this also is all spicy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Would you have known this was Sichuan?
No, not I walked in through the door.
Okay.
Seeing the signs I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't have. So.
Said Szechuan.
Oh, it said Sichuan. So you're cheating. Okay. Coming across like this giant foodie and he's just reading the signs like I would.
So we put it like this. I think it's easier.
But then what are you guys going to have? You know, putting all this
I'll
in
whoop
front.
your ass.
You told me to bring an appetite.
Yeah. No, and I'm just go and take. It's really affordable, really. Especially this. This is only four ringgit.
That cabbage looks incredible.
Yeah. My wife's favorite too. We come to.
Almost every day.
Oh, okay. We come to Bai Wei once a week at least, family-wise. Yeah. But not this outlet.
Okay.
Yeah, there's another one nearer to our house. My in-laws' house, Setapak. Very near where I took you and Bill to have a drink, remember? It's there.
Yeah, I remember driving by. You pointed it out.
Yes.
I like to say that.
Ready
Oh.
for the selfie?
Of course.
I was a bit busy with something else, and Daryl and Jamie dove in ahead of me. I'm finally getting around to sampling some of the food. It's good. I'm getting the spiciness of Sichuan. I didn't know Sichuan was known for being spicy, but I guess that's what I'm learning today. And the eggplant, I mean, it's not so hot you can't eat it or anything, but it's got a spicy signature to most of the dishes here. And the tofu has got a spicy bite to it as well. It's quite good. Yeah, so a lot of food here to work through, so I'm going to settle in and get to work. My brunch gathering with Jamie and Daryl is done, and I made my way back to the Hotel Rajabat. I sent a message ahead of me to the American Hobo saying that I'm on my way back to the hotel. He went out on his bike, as I said this morning, to do some sort of a bike-free event or go to Putrajaya. I'm not sure where he went. And I was going to suggest I could make a cup of coffee, come to his room, we can talk about our adventures, or he could come to my room, Planet Doug Studios. But there he is. And it appears we have another flat tire to fix.
Yeah. Remember I said I found an extra hole in the tire that I replaced? Well, that would be this one. So.
But you were out riding it today, right?
I was, but if it's I'm gonna check for the object. If it's a flat, it's like a slow flat.
So it did go flat again.
Nah, I think it's losing some air. It's really hard
I see.
to tell. Like I said, the hole was so small that it'll be a very hard object to find. So
I see.
But since I know for a fact that this one's good, I'm going to replace the one I just patched. Take this one off, go check it for holes, and see if I can locate the object that might be in it.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just doing that right now.
Whew. The American Hobo in action once more.
There it is. Yep, right off the bat.
Really?
Yeah, already. You can feel
Let me put on my glasses here.
I'm gonna put that.
Oh yeah, man, that's like a tiny, like a sharp little piece
That's
of.
what they always are. I think, like I said, I think it's from the wiring from like the scooter, the wire sidewalls that you're.
Okay.
I mean, I don't understand what else that would actually be.
Can you see it on the outside, or you only feel it on the inside?
I did on the other one.
Like on the outside of the tire?
Yeah.
Like, can you see?
Usually not, because that's probably it right there.
Okay.
But the other one yesterday was sticking out, and it looked like a hair.
I see.
A very fine hair.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just Vietnam was the one, the majority of them all the time. But that's just my guess. I really don't know where they come from.
Look at that.
So,
I don't have any kind of a close-up lens. You can't see it, but yeah, that'll puncture your tube.
yeah,
That'll do it.
and that's what they always are. And so, like I said, I don't actually know where they're coming from.
That's crazy.
They're too small to be the sidewalls of vehicles, like full size. So.
Yeah, it looks like an eyelash hair. It's that small.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Very small.
And it's not like you can look ahead of you on the road and see them coming, right? They're invisible.
Exactly.
I remember ages ago. I don't often get flat tires, to be honest, so I don't deal with this very often. But I remember once having a flat tire, and I was doing this, and of course I'm sliding my fingers on the inside of the tire, and it was a piece of glass and just ripped my finger right open. Like as you're feeling, you got to be careful.
There's a big one, yeah. Well, that's why some people change the flat while they're on, like while it's still on the rim. I'm like, I don't think you should do that because you're not able to take the tire off and actually give it a really good, because you saw how small that is.
Yeah.
You can easily brush by it the first time.
Yeah, you can.
Know? So you need to go several times, and if it's still on the rim, it's not that hard to take off a tire.
Right.
The back's the hardest hit, but I mean, I had to flip it upside down like that. I tried it the other day to do it while it was up right side up. I just don't have that in me.
So your rear rack goes on the axle of the wheel.
Yeah.
That's where. So
and the rear axle, and it's mounted to the side.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So actually, it does need these little mounts on the side. If the bike doesn't, then
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I definitely could probably pick up another tube or so tomorrow. That's my thing. Today's Sunday. I think most of them are shut closed, but I mean, but that's a good method of doing it. Is just repair it, put it in rotation while the glue's drying.
Yeah, that's what I do as well. Instead of fixing the flat at the side of the road, you just change the tube, and then that night in your hotel or your campsite, then you fix the tube. Yeah. But yeah, you got to look for what caused the puncture, or else you put it back together, and then you just get the same flat from the same piece of metal.
And also remember which one I just took off. This one.
I'm distracting him from his job.
Well, one has actually 2 patches in it. Yeah, so this is the flat one. Just make sure I don't put the flat back on. Yeah, it's not that hard. Like I said, this is kind of a crappy bike, but